Dreams. You know, I gotta say, dreams are really nice. Yes, they are. They are really nice. Once I had a dream where I was a cartoon character. It's true. Yes. It is actually true. I did actually dream I was a cartoon character at one point in time. I've actually had quite a few interesting dreams over the years that were really, really good. But you know, like, a lot of people have dreams and stuff and all that, and it's just fascinating what can happen in a dream. But in this video, I am going to be reviewing the movie Joseph King of Dreams, which is the 5th/47th DreamWorks film that came out. But yes, but basically though, it is like the 47th film. Sorry if I stopped. I was stopping for the people who were driving and waving them by so they can go. But anywho, so how is the King of Dreams, or otherwise known as Joseph King of Dreams? Is this movie dreamful, full of dreams, or is it an absolute nightmare? Well, let's talk about it. But before I do, you guys know the drill. If you guys want to be notified for future videos, subscribe to my channel. It will actually really help me out a lot. It'll be a dream come true for me if people can sub for me. But jokes aside about that, I was just trying to make a little joke there. Let's talk about this film. So you guys know, I'm doing this outside because I did not get this review done. I did not get to watch the movie this week. So I actually got to watch it like about a couple hours ago. I watched it. I was just waiting to go outside because it gets kind of loud in the house and all that. We got dogs that bark and stuff and all that. So I'm now getting to the point where I can review this. It's actually really hard to review both Sony Picture Animation movies and DreamWorks movies on the same week. I've actually had to use a couple of them for streaming platforms, like on Netflix and stuff, because I didn't get to review that stuff. So yeah, it's actually pretty hard. Also, you know what else is kind of hard? I'm literally trying to make this special purple effect, like I did in Ants for this movie. I've been trying to. That's why the coloring's looking a little bit different sometimes. Like, it's not super different where it's obvious, but it's a little bit different, like shading. Because I'm trying to create the purple effect. But no matter what I do, I cannot create it. I can't. I keep trying, but it's like an Instagram. It's like eliminating what I can do. It only gives me the colors when it shows an image of that color for some reason. So I'm not sure why that is, but yeah, I'm basically doing this outside, so I'm doing this outside. I don't like doing this on my walk, but like on a walk, I don't like walking out here a lot at night in general, but especially when I'm on my phone, and all that, but I want to get this out of the way for you guys. Now, this will not be uploaded probably right off the bat, because I have to go somewhere in the morning. We're going to be going to a food thing or something like that. So, yeah, I am not... But I am going to try to upload this before, so that way I still get this out, because technically Saturday's the last day of the week, so that's when I'm going to do this video. So I mean, that's what I'm trying to get, 2 reviews out in 1 week. So, yeah. But anywho, now I got that explained out of the way. So, what is the Prince of Egypt like? What is it like? Like, what is the movie? Well, it's more what the movie's about. Like, what is it about? So, if you guys don't know what the Prince of Egypt, sorry, King of Dreams is, I said the wrong name. This movie actually is, the reason why I got them mixed up is because it is literally, like, so similar to the King of Egypt. Like it is so similar. Like, it is crazy, but yes, it is very similar to the King of Egypt. And I'm not really, like, if you guys watch the King of Egypt, you guys will notice the similarities. So we start off where we have a young child. Like, they show the child, our main person as a hero or antagonist or whatever you want to call it, as a kid, or as like a baby. And then we see him grow up. That's exactly what happens in this movie. We also have slavery in it, because they're showing off slavery, and then we also have not just slavery, but we have the one person in the, like, becoming the good guy and all that, and so it's literally similar. Like, it even takes place in the desert, because that's where slavery didn't always take place in a desert, like, I mean, in like the 1800s and 1700s, I think 1700s, I'm not sure, I don't know my history very well, but I do know in America there were slaves. Slaves are not actually fun. Like, it's kind of sad what happened to people in the past, but because people believed in different things and stuff, so there's actually probably still some of that stuff going on now, but it's basically a thing in the past, pretty much. But basically though, unlike Prince of Egypt though, basically Joseph here, his brothers are unlikable, assholes. They're basically unlikable assholes who treat him like scum and all that, and his father and mother are trying to, be there for him and all that, and apparently he is, like, his father, it looks a lot older than his mother, which is very odd. Like, his mother's actually, apparently those brothers who treat him like crap are actually, they're his half-brothers. He was born with a different mother. I think they revealed it's kind of like Jesus, where like where Jesus, like, was born, was like, they say he was born unexpectedly or something like that. I think that's how it went. I mean, maybe I was wrong. I don't know. It kind of went by fast. That's kind of the problem. That's something the King of Egypt kind of did, I think, right? They kind of, even though it was kind of fast paced too, it did kind of show off, it did kind of, it was still rushed, but it wasn't like rushed really fast, where like we see our main character growing up super fast, like they have time to, and all that. This one, it just happens so fast, it's kind of hard to, keep up with that, but yeah, but basically though, in this movie though, his half brothers basically treat him like crap. They literally get him knocked. Like, they make him fall. Well, they don't knock him, but they make him fall in like this hole or something, and they basically leave him. And then they come to free him, only to trick him and basically force him into slavery. So yeah, so Joseph basically gets taken to slavery and all that, and but he gets taken to slavery, and he becomes a slave. But what I like about this movie is, like, what they do right compared to the last one is they kind of don't treat the guy like they don't really treat the guy the king himself as a villain. Because like I said in my King of Egypt review, technically I know slaves are wrong. They're definitely wrong, but because those were different times, people believed in different things. So I feel like, making them a villain, it's not. They can make it work. They can make one of those guys work, but they didn't do a very good job. They kind of made like God or something punish, basically that other guys, from King of Egypt's brother, and for no reason and all that. And I felt like he didn't deserve to be punished like he did. I felt like it was a little too much. This one, they actually do things right. Basically, they make the king himself. Yeah, he's kind of a jerk. He's a jerk, but they make him kind of unlikable. But they make him redeem himself and all. Apparently, he has dreams. So he literally gives the kingdom, or I think it's the kingdom. Would you call it? I would say since he's the king, I would say they probably made that. So. But they made him, the king and all that, and all that because he had dreams. Because I haven't brought up the dreams yet, but the dreams look really well. Like they actually look really good. Like, I like the visuals and stuff in the dreams. They look really well. But I just think they look a lot better and all that. Like, well, I don't know what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Because the last version of this movie looked very good too. But I don't know, I just think the dreams look very good. They look really well for what they are. There are some lighting problems with this movie. I feel like when the brothers were putting Joseph into slavery and all that by selling him, by tricking him and all that, and trading them in. There's lighting problems where you can't see them very well. It's kind of bad, but otherwise the animation and the lighting in this movie looks really good. It looks really good. I just really like it. I really do like it a lot. I do like it a lot, and I'm gonna say this too, that the brothers themselves. I'm not gonna lie, when I was watching the movie, I literally wanted to go Kratos, you guys don't know who Kratos is, that's from God of War, and go savage on them and freaking kick their butts. Because they really made me mad. They made me actually hate them. Something that the King of Egypt didn't really do. I felt like that movie, they made me kind of feel bad for the villain a little bit. They actually were threatening in this movie, and they were selfish, but they redeemed themselves. And they really redeemed themselves, and I really like that. I really like that touch. They basically reveal that they were jealous of him, because people get jealous sometimes. They do. It's not okay to treat someone like crap, though, but the fact that they apologized and stuff and they became friends, that's really good. But basically, Joseph was wanting to get payback at him and all that, and his wife, did not want that, His wife, was trying to talk him out of it, because she's like, they could have changed after 20 years, because, apparently it's been 20 years. I can't believe it actually was 20 years, though. Because they look quite young for it being 20 years. I guess they could have been teens, maybe they were teens, maybe, I don't know, but, because they could have been teens, maybe, and all that, I don't know, but, it's just kind of crazy, though, but otherwise, I don't know, this film is definitely much better. I think it's much better than the King of Egypt. I think they do a lot of things better, besides the opening where I feel like where I felt like it was a bit too rushed, where the other one didn't feel rushed, it felt just right. This one just does things a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and give this one a score. this movie here is gonna get a good and 120 points. I guess a car's not coming. Sorry, it's like a car or something over there. But yes, this movie here, this movie here is actually much better. Like, I think this is actually much better than The King of Egypt. It honestly makes me feel like, you know, like, honestly, there's not really much to go back to with The King of Egypt when you watch this film. I mean, there's some stuff, like I felt like, you know, like, I think his name was Moses, like, I forgot his name. The guy whose name was Moses, his brother and him, I liked their relationship. But I felt like once they got to the God part and all that, I kind of didn't like how, like, I didn't like how they, you know, like, they kind of, like, punished the brother and all that, This movie, they actually do things a lot better. They don't really have a villain like the other movie, but they have their brothers who are mean to you know, Joseph, but actually redeem themselves at the end. And I like that a lot. I really do like that a lot. So yeah, I gotta say, it's definitely a lot better than The King of Egypt. I heard people saying that The King of Egypt's better than this one, but I don't know. I think this one's just better. I think the animation looks better, and I just think it has a better story. I feel like, you know, again, like they actually, you know, do a similar plot, but they actually make, you know, you know, the bad guy, which is technically, the king, you know, they actually make him redeem as well, and instead of, you know, treating him like a bad guy because he has slaves, because, like I said, there can be people who are bad who do that stuff, you know, just like stealing and all that, but sometimes people do stuff for a reason, you know, and all that, and because, you know, the brother in the last movie was, you know, following his father's footsteps, you know, it kind of happens because he grew up believing that. So, but I'm not saying it's okay for stealing, you know, murdering and all that. It's not good for that, but I just think this movie is just a lot better. I just don't think I think at this point, since they basically ripped off this movie, because that's funny, they ripped off The King of Egypt, pretty much. I'm not sure if it was made by the same people or not. I couldn't find anything on that. If people want to, you know, point that out, they can, but yeah, basically they ripped off the King of Egypt, but somehow this film is actually much better. Like, it is much better. It's much better, though. I feel like I probably would still go back to the other film and maybe watch it sometimes, but unlike the other film where I would skip probably the parts of the film like towards the end and stuff because I didn't like the way it ended, I would probably go back to this film a lot more just because it's a lot more enjoyable and all that, and I just like it. And this is someone who's not really a big religion person. I'm not really a religion person, but that proves that even people who are not a fan of religion and stuff can enjoy movies like this. So yeah, I'm not sure how Road to Eldor is. I mean, I want to, you know, review that movie, but I have to wait till I get it delivered. But I definitely like this movie. I'm surprised that DreamWorks is actually getting better and better. Like, their films are getting better and better. They started off with Ants, where it was not as good, but now they're actually getting really good. Now we got a really good film. Now this film is probably not as good as some that are coming down the road, but it's still a really good film. It did lose my attention a little bit. Like, I was rolling my eyes when I got to the Egypt part. Like, I'm like, I really hope they don't, they don't go with the King of Egypt, like movie where they kind of go punishing, the king and stuff and all that, and all that, like. But they actually do really well. They actually make him redeem himself and all that, and yeah, I really like that. And I don't know how I feel about the King of Egypt movie. I may already do that down the road. I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided because that movie is that review was all right, but I don't know, I kind of felt like I was kind of going all over the place. I was trying to explain, why I didn't like the villain in that movie, but I think I should have just said I don't like him because he got punished too much. I don't know, but I don't know. I may re-review it. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna do it anytime soon though because I don't have time to do it. But maybe down the road, maybe next year or something. Maybe I don't know. And I'm not saying I'm going to redo it, but I don't know. I might. I don't know. Or maybe I'll add some stuff to it. I don't know. That's kind of what the re-reviews are. Like, I don't always do them because the videos are bad. I just do them because I want to add stuff to them. But yeah, I don't know. I just like I said, for people who watch that review, compared to this one, the villain could have been a villain, but they betrayed him more as believing it, not because he doesn't care about and he wants to do it anyway. So I was hoping they would have gone like what they did with the brothers here before they redeemed themselves in this movie, and they would have actually made him unlikable and all that. But I don't know. But that movie is still alright. This one's definitely better. I definitely would watch this one over the other one, but the other one's still okay. I'd probably watch it sometimes too, but I don't know. But I'm probably going to go ahead and end up letting things go from here. I also want to point out real quick that I want to point out that I do not have a score sound effect system because it's for number one, I don't have a I don't have my 2DS with me. That's where I probably would use it. I'm gonna start using the score sound effect. But number two, I can't use it right now. Now I wouldn't better use it anyway because I'm out walking and it's hard to hold the phone and do that at the same time. So I probably won't do that sometimes. But so there might be. I'm hoping not to have to do this all the time because I want to do this stuff at home. It's just I've been sleeping in a lot and not like I don't know, my sleep schedule's all messed up, so I don't know. But anywho, I think I've gone on long enough. I guess tell me your guys' thoughts on this movie. Also, tell me if you guys in the comments if you guys prefer this movie or King of Egypt. It's not interesting, what people think. Also, someone wants to point out in the comments below, like if this movie was made by the same people or not. I would like to know that too, because I could not find any research on that at all. Anywho, it's time I go ahead and let things go from here. So see you all next time. Bye-bye.